When I bought that wooded acreage, I promised myself one thing. Anything I cut, build, or haul off that land would be done legally and documented. So when I hired a logging crew to clear part of the back ridge, I kept every receipt, every permit, every bill of sale, all neat, time-stamped, and sitting in my binder. Because you never know when an HOA will try something stupid. The trouble started the morning I went to load my logs. 100 perfectly cut, stacked, and tagged hardwood logs. Gone. Not misplaced. Not moved. Gone. All that was left were fresh tire tracks and boot prints leading toward the subdivision behind my property. And I already knew who was behind it. Karen, the HOA president who treated the neighborhood like her personal kingdom. I drove to their community yard, and there it was, a mountain of my logs piled neatly behind their maintenance shed. Workers sawing them up like they owned the place. I walked in and said, "Those are mine." Karen strutted over and said, "No, they're community supplies now. You left them unattended, so the HOA reclaimed them." I said, "They were on my land." She smiled and said, "Not according to our map." That was the moment I knew she'd messed up. Badly. I pulled out my phone and hit play. Clear drone footage of the logs on my property. My crew cutting them. My permits pinned to trees. Then the HOA truck backing in at 3 a.m. workers, loading every log onto trailers. Karen's face drained of color. She stammered, That doesn't prove anything." I said, "Good thing I have more." I opened my binder. Receipts for the timber. Survey lines showing the exact property boundaries. Screenshots of the HOA Facebook post bragging about free materials for the new park project. Her mouth actually fell open, but I didn't call the sheriff yet. I let them keep cutting. I let them process every single one of my stolen logs. Because my lawyer told me something beautiful. Once they alter stolen goods, it becomes a bigger charge. Let them finish, and they did. 3 days of sawing, stacking, and prepping lumber, all recorded on my cameras. Then I called the sheriff. He walked onto their lot, looked at the logs, checked my paperwork, checked the footage, and said, "This is felony timber theft." Karen tried blaming the workers. The workers blamed the HOA. The HOA blamed a misunderstanding. None of it mattered. They were done. The sheriff seized the logs. The county hit the HOA with fines big enough to choke a horse. And Karen? She got charged personally. The HOA begged me to settle. I refused. We went to court, and I walked out with full restitution, plus damages, plus every dime of my legal fees. Now the logs sit in my new workshop, paid for twice. Once by me, once by the HOA. They tried to steal my timber. I took their wallet instead. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.